So I just got this phone returned to me from eBay. Some client actually bought it and they told me it's not working right out of the box, which is actually a shame. I have had this ever since, for years actually, which is the original iPhone SE. I use this as my backup phone and for some unknown reason it doesn't charge anymore. So I'm going to go into what kind of things can you do in order to try to fix this issue, and what can you do if you have the same problem, troubleshooting and everything else. So first off, more than likely it's not a hardware issue, it's a software issue. If you had this phone for quite some time and it gives you issues such as this one, or blank screen. Now this one, actually when we power it on, you will see what's actually going to happen. Now the first solution for you is to make sure that you're using the right charging cable. So third-party charging cable is not what you want to use. And even if you use the correct cable or you use the correct power adapter, either one of those, you're using the wrong one, would make this not be able to charge with some outlet, such as maybe the outlet in your vehicle. So you have to use original manufactured equipment only that comes directly from Apple. Otherwise, it might not be working. Now, since some of the things I'm going to be doing are a bit risky, I do suggest for you to use a USB power bank instead, so we don't have any issues with this trying to electrocute me. That is, when I'm going to be doing this. So because of that, I'm going to be using my TS2 LED self light for the next step of this thing. Turn the flashlight on. Taking this out. So now I'm going to be powering this in, but I'm going to be using the correct cable for this. Maybe right here. But unfortunately, this cable doesn't go in here. Regardless, this is for troubleshooting only. So we don't really need the original manufacturer cable to try to turn this on using this method I'll show you. Now, one of the things that you can actually be doing as a mistake here, you can see that this label could actually get stuck in here, and you'll be putting this in and it will prevent you from charging the phone. So make sure it's out of the way. Put this in. I'm trying to turn this on. You can see right here, maybe you can't see it, it's very faint. It's the Apple logo. Now you can see the whole thing just turned on. And then it goes back into the charging mode. And it flips. There's a battery sign over here. It's very faint, you can't hardly see it right here. And it goes back to the Apple sign. Which leads me to believe there is an issue with the system not be able to boot it in because the battery is old. You can see the battery right here. It's very, very hard to see it when it goes to the Apple, and then it flips after a while, goes back, and it shows you the battery charging scene. I don't know if you can see it right here, right there. It's very hard to see, it's very faint because it's lacking power. So what do I do now? There's a few solutions to get this, to try to get it to work. The first solution is going to be to press up, down, and power. And this one is on the top. If this doesn't work for your phone, try to press right here if you have a physical button, and the top button at the same exact time and holding it for about 20 seconds until you see the Apple logo show up. And you can see that this thing does have some charge left in here because it keeps on flipping right through it. So we are waiting for it to go ahead and show up here, and we're still waiting. It looks like this mode is not working for us. So you can actually go ahead and try up and then press on the top or whatever on the side, whatever the button, which is the power on button, and try the same thing as well. If this method doesn't work, also there's a few other methods you can do here. We can do the tapping, which is pretty much you're getting some kind of an instrument, and we use this because this is a rubber over here, so it's not going to do much damage. And we're going to be tapping right where the power place is, just a little bit here, not too hard. I mean, do it at your own risk because you don't want to mess this up. You don't want to make it already loosen up. This is for older phones. It depends if it is a used phone. This one is brand new, so it hasn't never been used. So I don't think this is going to give it the issue and it's going to solve it. On the other hand, there is another thing we can do here that we haven't tried, which is to massage the back of the phone. So we're getting something like this, something soft. And we're going to be applying pressure throughout the entire phone and just giving it a massage throughout the whole battery compartment. So what we're trying to do is to gain friction and to give the battery an ability to juice up with the power bank or the power, actually if it's hold on and plugged into an actual power source as well. We're going to be doing that quite some time and going through everything, and you're going to be applying a bit of pressure, not too hard, but get some legitimate pressure in here. And then after we're doing this, I'm going to be seeing if it's going to get started working after that. And this doesn't seem to be doing anything to it. And if all else fails and the phone is still not working, you can definitely send this back to Apple so they can try to fix the battery, or you can go to iFixit.com and attempt to do this by yourself, which is going to be a little bit cheaper for maybe 20 bucks less. And I'm not sure if it's worth the money and the risk for you to take apart this phone and to try to get it to work. So we have this issue here, and now as we unplug this from the power bank, try to do hard boot reset on this to see if this is gonna work. Just holding it for 20 seconds, letting go. So try to go through all the steps one by one, see which one is gonna work, and if they don't work, go through them again. Watch the video and try to go through the whole entire step again, such as up, down, power, together, hold it, keep holding it, let go, tap the back, and give it the massage. One more thing that you can potentially do, which may or may not actually work, is to get some sharp tool, very sharp, and take out a SIM card and to attempt to do the same thing with that. Maybe this is short-circuiting the whole entire thing, and to go through the whole entire steps once again, or of course put this right back in. You can see the battery here, that battery. Putting it right back in. and trying the same steps one through another.